even if I am toxic and treat her like trash, she's still going to be there at the end of the day. And I don't even know how to put into words how stupid and idiotic that thought was. Like, I genuinely feel sick with myself. Sometimes I genuinely want to throw up because of the mistakes that I made. And this is getting like a little personal, but last week I started literally putting a toothbrush down my throat, hitting my gag reflexes, making myself throw up a little bit because of just how sick I felt with myself. And since I didn't have anything that I really cared about anymore, like I still had things in my life, but I didn't have anything that I really cared about, especially because I stopped fighting like 10 months ago, I ended up almost glorifying the idea of a relationship because like my mind is not normal. I'm not going to share exactly like everything and go into exact detail about everything like as of right now because I don't know if I'm ready to talk about everything, but I'll just say that my mind is not normal and I was like hoping and just praying that I could find a girl who could actually help me be normal again. And that ended up in me glorifying the idea of a relationship so much to the point where I just became too dependent on this girl. And also toxic and bitter and started having all these more issues because I stopped focusing on myself as much, and she ended up needing space because of that. And a huge reason why all of these things have happened is because I stopped doing what actually made me feel more alive, and that helped me get through a lot of my past difficulties that I've had to experience, which was fighting. And ever since I stopped it, I've lost almost all of the benefits it gave me, and I just became this more mentally sick, bitter, toxic person. But now things have finally started to get better, and there's a reason why.
Yeah, he's found his own conclusion that it's to do with the lack of physical exercise and that aggression outlet, which is the MMA and things like that. And he's on that mental health journey. And that's just one of the many avenues in which he can find some kind of solace, balance and control. Going back to what he was saying about his relationship with that young girl and thinking that she's never going to leave, I think he's also made her some form of mental health crutch to lean on and put all these hopes on in some way. So again, I mean, going back to what the girl's mom said, that's a lot of weight for anybody to bear, let alone a 13, 14-year-old girl. And nobody should be doing that anyway. We have to look for self, for the resolve in order to deal with these things. Otherwise, we can never deal with it. And nobody can stand up to that kind of pressure because nobody can perfectly react to the workings of somebody else's mind. And so she was going to be doomed to fail. And I just hope that this young man here finds the necessary and the correct outlets in order to build those tools of mental resilience. And that's definitely going to be some mental health support. The fact that he seems to be looking for it in the wrong places, aka putting it on that girl or putting it in love. Love is a great thing, but it ain't going to be the answer to a mental health problem.